Malong mo tau to e a o mai ki he whiawhawha o whakaini. Ai a koe whiawhi pule lulu e ni aho tahataha novema o awhi ma wataha. Ko Brenda ko ngai ka paku hen whaka Emeline wha umuni dei. Ma whakahoko whatongi atu pia me Seattle, Washington. I he le teo koe a tonga TWN pe koe tonga World News. Minitsi pe miheni te tau hokat lewa ki he tau lotu. Te whakahokat pe e au Emeline. Pe tau toki hokoko atu ai pe mihi ai e tau korokarama ko ia e kakai whewhine i he whiawhkoini. Malo au kata. Tau lotu. Tamai wan ka madoin ko whanau ma punohi fue he whiawhawha o kuani. Ki hike a ke homau loto malau maari e pe mo mau. Whakaukau ke te koe tamai he wani kono mo i ngā konahi. Tāpua ko tō ko ke tupu mai ke te mātou. Whamalo ke te koe he poto mo i lope mo i malo. Ke tupu mai ke te au mo Emeline ke whakahoko a ke polo karama re te oko ni. Ko lea te hoa whio ki tāpua ki angi ki maua. Tāpua ki angi si mau timi o mau ngāue ki he polo karama koe ni. O whake o anka ki nau tolo a ta mai poto pe ha moha laumari e lelei mo totonu. Ke whakahoko a ke ngāue ni. Pea oku i kai ke iai ha whahinga mea ke lewe ke ai mau whakaukau. Wano uhi ngā koe ngā weni koe whepiki ni ma pe ki hiki ho a whio. Na mai wani mau kore ka te koe whiawhini tau kau pe me a whiona. Tāpo ki angi ai whare haa mwe ofu ki tonga eki. Tamatu i tupo wono pape he whoki ki tahini kuini. Si nanas pau o tu aho. Lawa ki ana mau hai whiawhi whakamonu wono ui ngā koe ngahi mea koto pe una whakaukau i he whanua pia mohano tauhi pia mono hiki ki he langi pia mohano tāpua ki e kakai pia moe mahaki o kuto i he whanua tamahe wani tau whea pia mo a whiona kore kate koe ki tau ngā wepe he pōni mo ki nau toho toa pia ku whanau mai ma kore ngahi mea ni o a o sis Christ o mau whakamui. Amen.
Amen.
Oni.
Oh
Malo. Brenda,
Malo. Malo.
That was the that's how to set us up for tonight.
Yeah.
Go with the microphone mellow, eh? Okay, it's women leadership, eh?
Kaya.
Plelulu ni aho full ni on November, eh?
Ang full atata. Ang full.
Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think my light is not. But anyway, so what are we going to talk about tonight? Matipo pa politik fagatong weka fifinya now de lele ki falele. So maybe we'll talk about something leadership. I'm out inga o fifine enetaki.
Yeah. He kono winga pe foke now os fa kau pe now to luia o ku kau ia I now fili. You know, being a leader is important. Yeah.
Koya, ko sepa maka ko lima peka fit. I can now talk I can now lele. I'm gonna pull it up over here.
Yeah, 7. To get about the atahau. Or to, you know, come late or
right. Kakoha, I met acted the Talanoke if Fini Fikao Akimwe. I just want to pull up a Honau Hingoa, eh?
Okay.
But before I do that, okay. I got to go. Tahawato fa ni matawa no na go so hefake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got to go on a bit. I go tomatap fikatolu, ko Gabriel, Ilolahia. Pe tomatap fikanima ko aka nete lauti.
Okay.
Pe tomatap fikaono ko fane foto fituafe. Pe October before ka mere amanake, mele te usivi amanake, tomatap fika fituia. Pe mo vika vaka fusmalo he tomatap fika hiva. Pe guailewa ai totami baba fika tahafa ko loisi halaliku.
Ko loisi halaliku peko eta Harris.
Ko loisi halaliku.
Halaliku, eh? Okay.
This is the latest I got from.
Oh, good.
From he post kanya Amelia Kaki.
Yeah. Ay octau pen or peko etau tala noa pe.
Oh, I think we're gonna the post kani ko la langa I feel tonga ki falelea. Oh, it's 6 to 8 a.m. Ko valu ko no ke valu pongpong. I'm not sure, but I think I have a Pacific time at Ottawa.
Okay.
So I kind of need to ask because if he had time, it has to be the Eastern time, like when you.
Okay.
Korea.
Oh, great. 6 to 8 a.m.
Korea.
Okay.
I said Eastern or Pacific. So I'm assuming it's the time.
If I get now time me.
Korea.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I just want to share this because I'm going to respond here. That is share my Amelia ko ki hono fili ko hataki, eh?
Okay.
Maybe that was Talanoma Petawaki, eh?
Okay.
Kako ne peka fili ko hataki ka ngai fehu I en pe. You know, and I'm just reading this man.
Yeah.
Ulaki ko qualities ko hataki. I te ta la pe peke ma te ko I got quality ulaki ko na ne toi mai. Accountability. Okta osi lave mau pe tau ke accountability.
Yes.
Pe work with respect, aya pe fa papaya. Pe fika tolu pe cohesiveness.
Cohesiveness.
Yeah.
Yes.
An effective head of the government promotes unity among the people rather than causing them to divide. But you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about cohesiveness. Hekameka go ilo iya we. When I for party and I don't go ni, they kind of brainwash the people to. Hekafu forget that na umana tu iya we. Going on a popo go ke pare me ko si. Heka can hang iya or make the people unity. Hekona hinga en. Hena hang pe ya ola ko vi pe pare tu I mo e time ko tope. I don't know if you remember that for the past.
Oh, yeah. Akilisi. Not the one now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kako kuhinga ako ko sa ko foi tono no ko figa tono. Na kai kia unity e kakai. Ai na ho kai ko no tutu ka no palo.
Yes.
Ai ako. So I have an effective head of the government promote unity among the people rather than causing them to divide and have meaningless fights.
Important que ataha kulita.
Right.
Yeah.
Congress ko America. You have to work with both aisles,
Yeah. Yeah. Que ya bias,
Go ya.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Aya ko fika fa ne ba kuna to me ke Amelia ko humility, Pag mahina pe ya. I mau inga ko humility, Aya ko so an effective leader admits her or his mistakes and weaknesses, Ko mau inga ko humility. But time ko they admit that they hala.
Yeah.
I have fema get the humbleness enough get the lava or admit of the hala, I have a I just gonna read this out and then we can
Yeah.
Because you can go honesty. I have the marat kita ke for a malanga ko para pure
Lomu. Yes.
Honesty ko ni fema to ni ma kita ke ma,
Yes.
Ko fema to ni ma kita ke te ala to ka me ako ke ta define dem ko ke se ma ta,
Yeah.
Independence, A strong leader, PM is not a puppet. He or his or her actions are not a product of impartial decision. Koya. I market independent thinking. Coaching,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, one of the things I mentioned, go ahead, go. Yeah, go. Respond can it remember educate the voters. They just hype up the voters and brainwash them, a lot of them, but not spend time to educate the voters. Get out or talk about their agenda,
Yeah, but who is doing the brainwash? The Pureanga or the party?
I'm talking about it can be an individual, can be the party,
okay. Yeah.
It can be the party, it can be the individual. But this is all part of the being honesty, You have to tell the people how palomesi they
accomplish.
Yeah. I can think of you two level go wisdom. I have to turn get I right from wrong, I'm more me hala, I can figure value for action. I could take action, Remember go my ing I can commander go quite you say I motor of time. If we talk about fit to go in now for how I told you overpower I go no better. Minor? That looks okay. That remember we say motor of any. E hapa kita maya fil farele pe hu maya. Tau pepe da to ya even maka foi vote pe te au pe fia ko hui farele. Pe hu mai be foi go tu maria, Maina hala qualification, hala education, hala experience, hala meta. Pe hu le mai ke foi ki farele pe fili na to ko minister, Isi ke fala ka foi modolo ko ya. Pe ala jana ko minister. Kakare kene poto e kene paha mea kene mana tu yo ai pe ka kai fare I ka tu don pe ko ko te ke make a final decision o fema pe ke ila ko ia ai mea ke fai
Akita ko e candidate.
Akita ko candidate
Yeah.
Ai ngai quality ko o tu ma ka amri ai ko fika hi vale ko commitment ai ko commitment Aya firmare que te stay commit que te agenda go that they what moya,
Right.
You know, pega hongo fulu leva ko offer, Eko offer. So eko offer mau ingai. Kako quality ako ko oi who can give farele,
Koe ofa pena nau ki just te see ngai fo I topic mau inga koe ni ke lava ke nau ilo I te going in order pe ku pipi ke taha ki ha fo I mea pe fika fiha u mi hange pe ha ai u mea kona katoa ko ni tau o stanoa pa kana tau classified u kongkonga la lahi koe ni
Koia.
o tau o mai whakai ki iki kia ki nau tau. He kono uhinga o ku ai pe me hange ko respect, mo humility, mo love and respect, you know what I mean?
Right. Me pole fa kave kola,
Io. O ku whaingo fua rewa ke lava ke tau hanga define e tau mo apa mo e nau goal o kua moe ki whare area. Nau whanonga he rea e whewhine taha o ne pehe ku whiewhia koe interview a se tita. Pa pehe whewhine ko whiewhia ka inga e kumau e whainga maari e koe ni. Ka kou kore atu. Mō vouti mai ke teke mai ki he mausi I tuu koe ni ke mau teu hu ki whare area. He uti peni e mau mea kotoa I ho mō vouti. You know, ko osi ngai fo I wike ia koe a campaigni mamafa koe ne tonken. Koe taiminia koe nau relax pe a nau toruia. O nau figure out for themselves the reality in a huki loto as a leader. You know what I mean? O inga he, te nau whe paki nau toga nau o mai pe a moha ngahi, you know, ngahi kawe inga o kai ke appeal ia ke kakai koe kakai o nau tuku taimi ke vote for them.
So awe kau ka eka hawe hui ko black eke pe e awe ke candidate ni. Why are you running for the palele? Okay.
Of course.
because you know why it's very important to be ke nau hanga o tari. He ko ngā te ke ilo ai pe ko ia ai tō taha koe e ne alu, pe ko e ne alu ma e kakai, pe ko e ne alu ma hana pe. You know what I'm saying?
And it's good to apply if hui ko ia ke nau tari. As an initiation, pe ia ke he tau. Ofa pe ke ai tau modifier, you know, tau tō taha moderator. Modifier.
I tell you about, I don't know if you read any of Simon Sinek book, but this is one of the books, Start With a Why. Because to anything to be successful, you have to have the right why. You have to have, what is my why for doing this? Think twice. Are you doing it for the right reason, or are you just doing it for something else? You know, I mean, for me, yeah, there's no time for them to relax. They need to still go out and talk to people. They need to still some voter may not even decide yet, you know, until they know what you're going to be doing, you know.
Okay, manatui, Emeline. This is a responsibility to one person. Koi fu me alahi ai ene lele, ene campaign koin ke lele pea mo uhinga. Mo uhinga. Ka koe mea ko oku te whenga koe ke tuku atu I he last week, or now last week, or last 2 weeks. Ke nau no whorotua mo au kai I anga e nau, you know, nau hanga mai ki he kakai mo nau ngai fo goal ki he nau lele, he? Ko inga ke lava ke nau iloi, whakapapau I nau tō ke nau tōru. This is a leadership role for the country, not for a particular party.
No.
E kai ko ha mea whakametikoro or mea whakalotu. O neongo mix katoa o tu mea ka, but this is the decision of that person. Kelere, and why are you running? So it fit in with your why, you know.
The why is so important. Kabisa figure out like in my hand,
Quality of leadership.
Yes, accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
I aku hala na ako kau Brenda ke me ko ni itonga. Ko kata ko eke ko ane nai ke me ko Ameria. Pe ko na fai fono he tamatui. And that's the country priority right now. You know, that's one of the questions I would like to ask. They include my urgency ko na tamatui yo asenita ko ke falelea, you know. Because number one, FEMA budget here, you know, because these people who's going to go to the falelea, they will be, you know, debating the budget. Where they're going to allocate the money, you know, are you going to be voting for that? To have, I think number one for fighting this drugs going to budget, you know. And for to do that, una faam ke lang ha rehab itong perfika wa kene omai technology kene hanga of happening of fai akono fatatolo ikoni or drugs. But this is going to take a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the country's priority.
Accountability is huge.
Right.
Ke whakaukau e toko taha koe ni okulere. He kono uhinga. E tari whehu ia me e ki he Z. Ai mea kotoa pe oku hoko I tonga at this time koe pāti o e ngai issue koe ni o mai ki wharearea. He? He kono uhinga. Koe fo I te whito I palopare mai ni o face mo whanua. Pea koe hae uhinga, koe haho uhinga lelei a au ke lele. Koe hae rewa ho moto, pe ko ho gas ke ai ki ho Toyota ke lere aki. Pe koe Toyota, pe koe hae pe ho mea lere ke pehe te ke whakauri aki ke tō ki wharearea. What is the main fuel te ke ngawe aki ke pehe e effective ki he kakai mo e whanau mo e tōtupu. Pako mea o mahu inga accountability. Ke os fisfisi e koe hokete, te ke lere. Pea ko ase ni ta o ku tonu ke folahi mai o ku ne kawa e to u o ngahi ta u koe ni o ku affect lahi taha. To u tupu. He? Tau sio atu ki he kakai koe ni unau take whonua. Kau whai a ko, kau polisi. Koe ngahi lei au tia o mea kou ton ke nau sio ke ai. Pea koe fisfisi e ke te meaning. You better have your agenda ke mau. Pea define ke mahino. Eh? He kapau, you're not ready. Mahak sang pe hoki tatari ke next election. Kake study. You study yourself very well. He koe mana tui o kai ke ako I katau tol tongaya how to deal with people.
No,
You know. No, that is
That's
one
so
thing.
That's
That
one skill they need to learn.
One skill that they need to be taught.
Right.
How do you deal with people? Are you a people person? E ko mea ia ko ku tau whaapehe ai. Ko mea unau whakamahua upehe. They are the servant of the public. He? Koe ngai wherea pe te tau eke. Kako eni. Hei kai ke alu koe ki he tuunga koe ni leader. Pe ko hataki koe. O ka toko taha koe te ke amanaki te ke hoko ko hataki lelei. Hei kai te ke alu koe o whiohi mui kakaita e iloi ai whanki tool te ke ngawe aki how to become a people person.
Right.
Eh?
Right.
Pea koe society o ku lahi. Koe matalahi koe society. You need to be a people person. Pake toki hoko at lewa hau ngawe.
Oh yeah. Like a ministry, a good example of ministry ko asiso, eh?
Yes.
Kabating fatonga in ministry ko asiso. Na ke malanga mi falelot. Na the way he that's got the phone in a successful company ministry. Na he touched people's lives, eh?
Yes.
Ay na ito aya Penaya Kakai. So to be get a successful as a leader, you have to be a servant.
Yes.
You have to be a servant. Peka mo oni au pito ya. Ke te hoko ko hataki lele, ko pau ke te hoko te ko sevanit. Peka sevaniti, o ikai ko it's humility, Because sevaniti ko humility, Not only you admit you're wrong, but you can be you don't have quite like a lead behind the desk. I remember my brother was, I think one of his in a speech now when I think people I think there was a question, yeah, how many successful in a become a chief, I'm not a leader that I lead behind the desk, I have to be out and about, So I could take you that's the only way for you to know what do you call that? The only way for you to know the problem is reach out to people. Reach out to Kikakai. I go get served. You need to get out of your desk. You need to be walking to the people's house and talk to people, get to know the people go get served.
Koia. Pea koe uruaki pe te sio kon ke nau humai. O whiri ke nau tormi ngahi wāhenga.
Koia.
So, koe mea ni o ku ke alu atu pe koe o whaiki whakataha pe moe wāhenga koia. Without ke alu atu o whakawhi iloaki koe ki he kakai I a different day. get to know individuals, get to know people ko e category I he lotu, kakai lotu. Te lava ke te ilo kakai me tōkanga o na ngowe pia o kakai. You need to individualize people, and then you have to alu ke maheni mo ki nau tōko. Manatu I au e ku wha travel lini. Ko travel lahi au pito because I went with my team. Hai ko wha tara noa tu koe ki haki kolo. Ko alu ke ki kolo, ko smang mai nau business team. Ko toko taha transportation, ko toko taha ki he ha. O au ki tahi, he? Ka ko nau mai ko amu nau report. Aya ko nau report ko ya ngahi mea ko ku hoko I whaitu o nau take care of hange ko toko taha ni toko ngai plantation, he? Ko alu ke whiiloa ko api ngahi api tuku hau ko ni kakai ko ni nau ngā wei pe kai. Pe lava ke aiha community garden vestapolo atata ke wata mai ki ako ngō wea. You know what I'm saying? Mo tuku noa ia. I mean, there has to be a plan of development. Ke lava ia toko taha whiri, whine pe tangata. Or learn about ene vahenga musika kaiko trust ia ke lere mo support ia ke lere. You know how wonderful that is. Can they learn about them, learn about our skills, learn about kakai never went to school. Eh? Ko kita te develop ngahi polo kalama ke whakalerei ake tupu whaka ekonomika e whanki kolo. Eh?
Right.
Ko nau tupu ko ia e lava lewa o put in ngahi accountability process o whanki kolo taktaha sio ke tupu na whakapaanga. O lava lewa mahike ikono mo uifka ekonomika tonga me he tapa ko toa pe, you know?
No, keep talking, Brenda, because, you know, why I tohi ko na whao ko assignment sinek, ko leaders it last, ka wai for like 4 minutes video that I wanted to see if I can bring it up, ke ta whanongo ki ai. This will be a highlight of what we're talking about.
Yeah. Pagkisia tonga, ko tonga ya o ku mohu natural richness pe tonga ya, he? Manatu e pahu ko e whanamaka ko pili. Ko e pahu pe ko ku tau ngoi pe tau toro e movete ai pe o tau ngai api e tau toro e pahu ko ya. Pe aspa tau o si o ki pili. Ai o mai e makamaka ku os crushed o au ki he alu pe me u makamaka lalahi mga fu makalalahi alu ke funky oni. You know what I mean? Just crushed to being sand. So ngahi me ai ako utonu ke alu kakai o stati ngahi me hono feitu. Eh?
Right. Okay. I'm ready to play the 4 minutes video.
Yes, go ahead. That would be very helpful.
Let me see.
There's a funny story that goes along with how we came up with the title of this book. And we are all to blame. Here I am writing a book about the importance of working with people, interacting with people, human relationships. And yet the way I and the publisher interacted was we would send emails to each other with title suggestions. Every now and then we'd get on the phone, but it was mainly done through email. Somebody would send a list of their favorite and somebody would write back, that's junk, I kind of like that one.
It
was a labored, horrible process. We never agreed. It was just talking at each other. And coincidence, I happened to be walking past the publisher's office and decided to stick my head in and say hello, went upstairs and we sat down, and within, I think, 30 or 40 minutes, we had a title that we all fell in love with. And what you realize is we can tell an idea to someone over email, but you can't interact. And if you think about how ideas really happen, it's not presentation, response. It's interruption and backwards and forwards and battling and saying, no, that's not what I mean. And it's messy. And it's the messiness that cannot happen over an internet connection, over email, because everything is exact over email. It can happen over the phone, but it's so much better in person when you get to see someone's body language and you see the frustration and you try and re-explain yourself. And we told each other stories as opposed to telling each other what we think it should be.
An email.
And the story that I told was not being able to understand what made the Marines so amazing at what they do. I sat down with a Marine Corps general, General Flynn actually, who wrote the foreword for the book. And I said to him, what makes the Marines so great? And he looked at me and said, officers eat last. And it sort of struck me that if you compare that to the business world and the entrepreneurial world, entrepreneurs are always told, pay yourself first, look after yourself first. And yet, I'm being told by this Marine general that it's the complete opposite. And there's a symbolic gesture, but more importantly, there's an importance to it. There's a photograph I saw, in these Kenya shootings that happened not so long ago. We had the amazing experience that a photographer happened to be in the building. Usually we see the aftermath, and here we now have photographs of the actual shooting going on. And there's one photograph that was in the New York Times that both haunted me and inspired me to this day. It haunted me and inspires me, I should say. And it's the photograph of a mother, in the sound of gunshots, lays herself on top of her child. And you see this picture of a mother lying on top of her child, and you realize that's what it is. That's what leadership is. That when there is danger, it's not protecting myself, but it's rather willing to put myself in harm's way to protect another. That's what eating last means. It means that I will give the very essence of life, food and water. I will give it to the person I love first, so that they may live, even if it means I eat less. And that's what officers eat last means. It is symbolic, but it is also very real. And real leadership, real leaders. I've even given up the terminology of good leaders and great leaders. You're either a leader or you're not a leader. That's it. Real leaders, biological, anthropological leaders, are that mother who instinctively, without weighing the pros and cons or the bad things that may happen to her, throw herself on her child. That's what leadership is. Do we believe that our leaders would throw themselves on us? If they heard gunshots, if the economy shook, would they quickly throw themselves on us? That's what leaders eat last means. It is very literal. It is very, very literal.
Isn't that
that's a strong one.
Isn't that sum up what's the leadership?
Yes.
So that's why I love his books. And one of his books is like Start with a Why. The leaders eat last. So he's one of my favorite authors, and I think I read 2 of his books already. So
he's young.
Oh yeah,
and it's very hip. Yeah,
I think he was in the military. So, but
when he say Marines, I miss my grandson.
But he just summed up the word leadership right there.
Yeah.
So, and I think that would be also something is important. And when you have a clear why, you know what need to be done.
I think we should bring that up. On my bed, just get encouragement part as a mother. Simple facts of life that is so little, but it speaks so loud. Like, I feel so very, very touched with that strongly.
I don't know, a leader of Totonke also biologically put in you already. If you are a leader.
A leader.
And for me, that's why I go emphasize quick and I'll ask the why. Because if your why tells you that your reason is not good, then go do something else. Because somebody else can do the job better than you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hek mahu inga ia ke o te hao kita ia ko te hao hato me ke but being a leader. My do have a position ko ni ko o mahu inga au pito ko te hao whafonga a kakai mo whanua. Mai na?
Ko ia. Koe whai oku question pe ia pa toi answer e tu a whai he ngai mea lahi. Na ia e mau whiwhine ko ia ne hao train ki mau toro he anga e tau dialogue personally. Pea koe time ni ko ni uhinga fo ke time te interview ai ko hata. So the story came down to on a pe mai. So when you talk to that person, you're not saying why, why aren't you running for mayor? Like something like that, O hangi te hui tonu atu. Ko hamia te hao minga we she should or he should run for mayor. He ko hinga ko. But o taramai e ia ke mau pehe. Make it soft. Tell me why would you want to go in the military? Tell me more. Because you're giving them the platform.
Right.
You know, pe hokat pe ka go ke osi o atu pe koe kene ilo o kai ko fie ilo o kai ko fie ma uia ke he kene o mai hatari whavavave. Just in your own mind, tell me, why would you want to be a leader? He o Yo ngoi pe o soft and alwa tu pe fia pe ia ni loi. We're not expecting her to say, "Oh, because I want to be the governor."
Of course. Laki kamata
Yes.
Interaction is the most important. Ano pa nagatok lave ko kaya?
Oh, yeah.
O firma fitutaki, kasi fitutaki mo to in person,
Yeah.
But when I
Not by email.
Not by email.
It's such a messy, kago effective for get tau taimi, tau turi taimi. Why deliver the piece of paper you were telling? Kakai ke lere pe come a piece of paper ke now sign os pa ke ha mo ia, hey? So it works out he ko me ia ko tau multitask, eh? O wako ia multitask. The five pigita me ko to mo fo kau pe second option, behind your brain. I don't need to run. I could just have them fax it to me,
Humility, it's very important to humble enough and why is not there, eh?
Yeah.
It's okay, work as a team with and support somebody else,
Delegate
delegate somebody else, and you can be a supporter, to work with that person, So
ko advantages alita lele ko ene ilo ko ene timi ungawe moya. They're all very skillful. They're best communicators of all the people that you watch, of all the people that you boss over. Hey? Ko best communicator. He kono nga ko te pet pe kita ke kita maga ke how or watch office while you're running for lunch or whatever you're taking off, you have no worries. How kita ya ko launga meta ko barbar ko no nga ko kaya time ke now take now give 15-minute break. He? Mantu na wo ifig mo me. Og dange kita maya. Nope. My instruction did not include the 15 minutes break because I wouldn't know where you're going,
Say hello at the Toko ni mai ke whenga e ta systemic sa.
Io. Salesi, malo mua e tau mao e fia whakavof koe ni. Malo si o toko ni mai ki he. Ko whea Australia, mama o atu koe si toko ni mai ki ai ma ngai mea whakateknikare. O whātu Salesi.
Sabe tak tai ma have a salis kafusi later on. But anyway, so come back here when go leadership, eh? I go for my wing I can improve the skills in every aspect of life, eh?
Yes.
I got the skill ke for Mali, got the skills ke for Atamai, skills ke for Sino. Also, now let me get because and I'm not kind of I kind of serious about that. But health, your health has to be you have to be very healthy. Femara takia get healthy. Femara get the lead kita get the taki kita get the I met go moile eh. I go moi lo tolu porque lo fa moi o femara get the hoko kita go taki. When it comes to health, when it comes to academically, when it comes to your skills, everything has to be improved.
Line, ko mea lai tāke whewhine in business. Ko etiquette. Ko ene teu ke asi, ko toko taha ko rita.
Oh, yeah.
Pea neongo peia o kuiai ho tau te unga whakawhonua. Ka koe taimi koe o kuke put yourself as being a leader. Ke os whakaukau e koe ho a he pongpongi, ho breakfast mo hoa mo ki whanau. Neongo ko tonga. Ka ku os whakatu a mamani a tonga he taimi. Don't tell me that you can get some toast going, muha ofo I moa, muha aki ipu akau. I had milk from Piula when I was young, you know. Na I deliver milk ma Piula ia kia mautolu. Mo ki fo ihina huakau, mo ki fo ihina kilimi.
Oh, yeah.
Eh? And I'm thinking, hanga put ho mea kotoa pea au on the pedestal. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Fetongi fetongi au pito pe ho mea kotoa ke pe ko lita koe. So leadership,
your look has to be good.
Ho looks, ko ho appearance.
Americana the program for Dress for Success.
Yes.
I don't know when I get kau he tabaki ka employment security. Now I think it's a non-profit. I remember one time I was like getting into a job, some kind of job interview. They sent you to a Dress to Success place. Kaya alo fili o vala ka
o guiai e mau budget a mau toria o go allocate ki he vala pa go allocate ki he kakai ko tufunga fahinga feitu upe pe ko hangawe anga o ku ke allocate that you need the clothing. We have that budget. And you know how beautiful that is?
Yes.
Everything comes with hangi ko ni kapau ko administrator ko haya ko that means maumai mo whole wardrobe. To add mo makeup expenses ki su everything out ki si weri. Kaukai ko diamond no. Ko costume pe. Eh? Ko me aya kalata ye nga we pa. Lava pe atonga ia ke whahoko. Ko taimi ko te put yourself on that. It gives you a different perspective of leading. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Being a leader, te asma vahe, pe aku alfkatahe mea ko ya, pe te respect ye he tala noa, pe ko mea ko toa pe o ku hau mea te koe whakatala noa, make it more mature than kids, you know.
Yeah.
O ke tala noa pe o ku tonu ke more mature ange anga o whakaukau I o tala noa. He kotonga me lele lahi ang lele whakatere lo niu. He? And that's not important kia koe as a leader. Heline?
But kago system kago and I'm dress for success. You know what it is? It gives you no excuse to be success. Eh? I will get how excuse I go, yeah, because sometimes
Not
you
to
think,
be
okay,
successful.
I don't have something to wear. Oh no, you already have a wardrobe in there to go.
Yes.
But that's something Ogunawanga encourage, eh? And I think those kind of things of eh? I mean, you need to look sharp, eh? All the time.
Pe aku tonu pe ia ke nau hanga o suggest mai ha whainga whetongi I hanga koe nau appearance. Koe teu ia e kakai whewhine o tonu ke whetongi. For this reason, sai pe ki fo I puretaha motoki I ta'awala. Sai pe ia ki he everyday work. Kako taimi ko ku oha stormy ai. Oh my goodness, don't come in that he te CV ku pe e tau e ta'awala ia kita ka pau koe color, you know. But how pe koe moki fo I ko floroa. Oh, ate ai he ta'awala ia ka ki hau mhau fo I raincoat, you know. Ke dress sensibly. Hey,
just for the right occasions.
Get what to feel like you're uncomfortable because you have a ta'awala or more or less about a lot of iho appearance iho tongan attire. Fa peya kage you bring an extra change with you. Kike out because office you have a little change area. To help put together whole. So okay options ke me ko tope kai oa te fully yourself ke feel like o compulsory pe o whakamalohi. Hena wilo iau e kui tonga line. I had a little ko whanki te unga pe ana tui e moris. Ko ki pure taha peka na e tā whakatongai. Anima ta tapa tu penuki lalo. But we didn't have to wear a ta'awala, you know. Koe ki foi te ngā pia. Pia nai hao mga hisu e te ia taim koa na kalasi atu. Lanu kehe. So it's beautiful to know o ke put yourself up on the pedestal. Pia alu ho o ngahi liliu pia au koe formality koe te ke create to be a businesswoman, a good leader, o kulava leva ke mentor ke a koe ai ki mo la lahi mo old people. Ka daime o ke lea publicly ai means something wonderful, you know. O kai rewa ke aonga ke peheia ke tarate matori ha mea ke furihi ake ho anga toto no. O te anga toto no pe ki tai, but then you have to be more potoangi I teu potoangi o rea mo tala noa o kai ke negativio o tu hifua taha o. Now si o kai wa akange paskala o ku viku ange pe o ku ha, you know, so tawanga tau toro he tau si o pe ha mea o tau whaka aluma. Kai manatu I Emeline, o kai kia ha room ia as a leader muhataki ke hao hataha o whaka aluma lau noa mai.
I'm right here. I'm just trying to see.
Iyo. Koe konga koe na ta serve ki ai cohesiveness tato alpeke ki foi konga tolu. Aia foki Emeline, koe ngahi mea lele ien ke whai ke ai hatala noa, O kupau ke te o mai e kita e te ngahi uhinga o ngahi huai. Ai uhinga o te lere ai, ke pato ngai foi asenita koini o ku kau iho public output.
Kaya.
Kono uhinga ke mahino ke kakai, koho o lea o uhinga e lava ke hanga whakatahataha i kakai o kunau tuu opposition to each other. O te ke alatko o mai ha issue ha tahao, whetakai boia ke hanga solova, no. Solova pe koe ho me au ke pehe o ke whi unga moia. Tuka te koe ngahi issue e kakai, ka candidate ke heke na te kia pe na tolu.
Aia ka mea mawinga koe ni ke te hanga o lava o excuse me, o whata ta hae kakai, He koutui koutui Brenda koe mea kanu hoko koe tai nimi koe I tonga. Ka mea kanu hoko koe ni tau siwa I koe he Facebook kanga mea. Ai ngahi lau ke mo lea tai whapapa ki tu ima mea. Koe ngā ka whainga mindset koe na set up mai koe he pare mea koe ko malolo. Ai whawawahe I koe ni kakai,
Ia.
Pe tupu le vai e fu wahe lahi I kakai mo whare tu I pe mo e. Koe ngā ka ngai mea ia na kai ki totonia ke whai aki ha ngā ui whare lea. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Ia.
Ka wano ko tau wao toto ke tu unga ko kape kakai ke whare tu I. Ko kape kakai ke veve. Noa ia pe Facebook. Ko tau sia toto wa ko veve Facebook. Media, social media. Ko hana o inga ko whailau koe ni whikatolu. Nā kai ke hanga e takia o unite the people. Ko whatangia e taki ke hanga unite the people. Ai o koe promote e koe.
Ia.
Go ahead, Brenda.
Koe mea te promote koe unity. Kai
Yes.
o kai ke te hanga o ke unite te kakai pia mo nau atamai nonga. O ai ai ha whahinga, ha nau whahinga whehia. He koe tua ke pia ha toko taha o malanga. Pana e kau whoke e tangatani hono o mai ki reti o many years and many years after year after year. O roto ke kau mai ke pokalama reti o koini he maui he KKNW 1150 AM. Paka reti o lahi whoke ni Bellevue, So we were part of the radio program. Ka koe taimi koe na e whaarea mai koe mi tonga. Oku ne articulate pe ea, uni hanga pe ea whakawahewahe I ko ene lea, pea oku pau ke tuku. Pea oku pau he kaike lava ha taha ea toi wei. He's so set with how he said it. Aia pa nau whehu I whuk ea, I work logically with a lot of questions, even when I throw it out. Pako eka lewa e au koe ki ai, pau pehat ki ai. Wa more pe tama paremia, tape mo e feitu una. Koe ku whima pe ke ilo I. Koe hae uhinga na ke pore ai ke hanga o mai te mukarate ki tonga, but knowing this small little island is small. Ko tau ka kai ku me osia alu ki muri. Pea koe ngahi tukuhifo ko o whai o pāte au. Koe tukuhifo e whare o tu I ki lalo ki he lalo. Kere ki lalo. Lalo taha. Pako tanga ko au ia. Na e ko I kehe au pito he nau tupu au koe whakaapa mo oni na e whakahoko he dad au ke whare tui. Pea au whaalfu ke tangata I kia tui ni peno ki fwoi. Ta wala, maski palasi, okay, ni ki fwoi. Appointment ma kehe pe ana mutu po wha. Pea au kai hau whakata ni koe ni ngai whau hiwa because he was so close to the tui whaleua. Pea pako ni masi pe ko ia pako ni foki mai oku osiai ene ki output ke how proud he is tau ke moru malu, you know. Pako ayat ko ki ai tama ikai. Ko whehui a wia o whaafofa pia, kakoin. He kai ke tau longo, ke tau toro. Ko pau pe ke tau oatu pe me ahanga tonu. Pea velo i pe fo i tau ko ia. Ke alu ke bull's eye. Mahino ko ko pea ta. No, o kai ke mahino e ka au. We don't throw a tau ke bull's eye. Ko ki fo i makinito pe ia. You know how you throw it.
Right,
You know,
right.
ko tarangi. No, ka ko. So, ko taim ko to apere vai o mau whaia dialogue mo ia. O ko very strong au pito. Pa ko sia rewa, ko whanonga ke rea one of his kids last week. Ko questioned him media. So her husband was the media person. But she asked to take his place at this one question. And when she asked the question, ke conference going at our health board of health, her question was so mixed up and very strong too. Eh? Yes, yeah. Eh? Yes. Pagu angareva e tau whakafuafuari ni. Ko mea kotoa pia na ea koi mi api.
Kaya.
Ko respect na ea koi mi api. Ko ofa na ea koi mi api. Ko lotu na ea koi mi api. You know.
Kaya.
E anga fe ke whinga ke hoka harita. Ke alko hiki tō mai mo ni mami mo foi tuhu. Like you are God. And ka no whate kakaia or confused.
Right,
You know,
right.
what in the heck are you talking about?
Zeke mahina hono hanga he tamakweni ko Simon Seneko for mahina a good leader, eh?
Yes.
Is you eat last, and that's humility right there, eh?
Iyo. Tau whanua ngai tala noa ko he taime tō ai ko ni ongo taua, Twin Tower. Ai ngahi ngawe ofa ai ni I kotoa pe to save someone else but now perish kotoa pe.
Right, right.
Because, you know, koe lea whakaosi ai tama he wakapuna he na uhanga ko ohofi tama koe na ai ke whakapuna ki he.
Oh, yeah.
Or redirect on the tarangihani. We got to do this. Just know that I love you forever. Ko ne rea kono hoa. Kono mari. Ko ne tu pe me fo I toko no ohofi ki si anao. Alo ai pe wakapuna perish ko toa kai ke na kai ke alu ke pende.
White House.
Yeah.
White House, I think.
White House. Yeah.
But that's you know, people can sacrifice, eh? That's a true leader like that, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, I get the idea of how where they need me, but mahino mayai. I tamu amon peya na tamu aki he pare mi akon kumalo keli kaba have this pe kita jai kon wa otong ai ke a ba he ko class ke ate but you know I hope God for her it come with a different agenda, a different mindset, and don't come and do the same thing that I had in Tamai. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping hang out from Lele from me may tongatap fika fia. I'm not sure if tongatap fika fia. Fika ulaki?
Ulaki. Ano bia ikani?
Oh, ko ikani bia mo ya.
Yeah, lere ma ikani ai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka saya ikani he ko he represent himself so well. Eh?
Oh yeah.
Ko ene foi mea mahu inga ko o kune hau aki Emeline. Na te ki ai pe ko te mokalate o kai kia ha mea ia kovi mo ia he koe foi whetongi. Ka koe foi whetongi na tonu ke o mai ka kato ke foi pāti ko ia ke nau whe mahino aki. ai uhinga demokalate.
Yeah, hala na mauna toke uhinga
hala.
demokalate.
Iyo. So
they
so
take it in the
that's
wrong
what
way.
yes. So that's what he's saying. Ko hau pe ako lere ke contest he kuhala hono fukalere the real democratic way.
Is that what Ikani is agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
Kone rea pe ia. He ko follow through pe kono uhinga. It's such a beautiful feeling knowing that there are women in it. Eh? Ko kata kita makon ko pingi. Aping fasi.
Being independent, but we have fair party behind.
Independent. Kau pe e pingi. Mo ilo e fu tahi ko ni tahi kolkalu. O ana talama tahi kol fo one kai ke alu o fa kolkalu pe o fa to. Te ke loi koi. He's all into education.
Yes.
Eh? So everybody should have some formality on how he or she is writing. Because however I tau mua lele okulere ai mo why, you know.
Yes, you have to have your why. Your why has to be very strong. Yes. Sure. Because the train masale, see, that's your level kita.
Oi, frapo.
I don't know.
Capoene. Maria Tama. Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm not sure I go for A.
Hey. Malata te lawa ke whawhin. Mō whewhe haka. Whamore mori paki.
Tu encanta.
I don't know.
Funaki mawhireo. Simo te masoe. Maloi tau lawa ke whawhin. Kakambea koe whawhini koe ki asmai peo tes pe mea koe ni.
Oh, how nice.
Mau ki vewe ha monga mai ve.
Tama. Ton que uma sares of kava mapa he tau penolo.
Oh yeah.
Moi kakai fefini. Marie.
Oku Fedali fe bing modol he fin no fe be fitu ki me mai. Funaki mafleo io malo tau ma fe fin. Sas waka hey fe veak o fala het kategori malo nga lah mi hin. Pe foki kia falame me va nuka malo tau lava. O kukiongo tu pe Susana o fatu kiki hangalau ke I don't know. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ha'amonga. This is the Ha'amonga Amaui, where the two big rocks, one on the left, one on the right, and another big one on the other side.
Tikai.
Hey, Kimi, ofat kakoi, ofat Kimi. Ofat Kim. Katak from the morning, kinatoko na mai he wakamili, ko ni ulotonga mau be tau. Nga we heni I he Ha'amongani e wat mak motolu. Me ko mo fe mau, na toko na fe mau. Ko tiki, lahe utiki, ko ngai men I he wasla a e Ha'amonga.
Toato,
Kaya. Ada fasi dah kada terkokat.
Yeah.
Fini loka mea kotoa. O mo whanonga mai ka te awi kai.
I give for a special pay and I do my.
Malos Ares ofatu.
Ito yung ka missing niya bumpo hektok tao may I order he tomorrow.
Double Lulu. Yeah.
But anyway, let's back to the meeting Tahafa. I think I need to off my phone too because my phone is making a background noise. But anyway, the fuck make a program I got you then kakoe kifa mapa pe ya. Anyway, I am going to go hi ho to hi pa fika pa Brenda. Ai cũng mà ý là Brenda cái cầu phải là có nhiều khu bài quan hệ hệ tạo ni cái nào hàng ngày ở phía mà ở cái nào hàng ngày bring the people cái unity ở phía mà cái nào phát đạt ta với cái phía mà cái tàu tàu ở kia ta là có hai cái này ha vậy cặp cái phải cặp cái phải that's not the tongue that we know
No. Patata happy ye ko kafe fini konyo ulele. This is the first year of tolahi aginaw tol fini ognaw lele. And I think Rocky me aya of proud I hit now top of mayo or lerefka, you know, as candidates for this election. Kakoy ngai popo pepe ko te tau wat kanau tolu. Now very confident pito pe oa te nau ko ngahi me ako una o si ako na tolu fikau aki pe mo loto to mo ngahi me pe you know oku o si ana tolu pe Emeline.
Oh yeah, it should be within you and I got you know what I'm saying?
Already with you.
Yes.
Pero kay kitonia ke whakalongolongo ko ka aloatu hataha kenti te itia ka ho itanga tao si suppress ho whakau ka. No. Let them do whatever ka kumahino ki ako ia. O siai ho o ngahi fo I pulu ko au o fu mahu inga au pito he ko ke o atu ai ang whakalotu ki loto ki he atakai ko ini. He koe anga koe nau tua nau toria. Neongo pehia mo si huatu. For the first time, ki whare area. Koe ki peko first time. First time as so many of you are going in.
Right.
Let's just hope that you're strong enough. Koe, nge peko lau e tokota. Koe ngai fo I waakau o ku nau strong taha koe nau nobody could bend or break. You know, I come to whataha ko mo support ai fonua mo offer ki kakai pe lava ke mo deliver mo ngahi message whaka offer ki he tu unga mahenga ni nau whiri ki mo tau taha ki ai. You don't need to look to your left or right for some justification. Just look to the man upstairs and then you shoot for the stars, you know.
For the mapena na whanau he tau program pe mo master helo he tau popo ke kai whiwhineke nau lele.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sure they do.
Yes, you know.
Yes.
But you know, ma winga nge ko lau, like if mark is suppressed now though, You know, I was sharing with like one ane afi ki mo hata programa. Ekusia ke time na we saw dia. I felt now looking back, I was suppressed a lot, Going out Going out of fine. Peka ke peka tumwaki ko va agwena we computer at the time. That's the highest back in the days. But I was already was boring was software available. Yeah, log computer. But for me, it's because I was a woman. I did not have more choices. I didn't have more options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell you, that was the RO, Foreign Affairs, and they take me back from there, you know. I mean, they told me I can't go there. To go for my computer. You know, and then si alo to hiva communication ni ke orchestra that was my and they sent me back to the computer department. You know, you can't go anywhere. This is
they want you to go, but they can't release you.
No, but for me,
yes,
I want to explore other options. You know, that's their choice. For me, was the computer, but that's not my choice. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But was mix, but now they want me, you know, to just stay where they want me to be. You know. But for me, my mind was so advanced. I need to try something different to make me excited about staying in the military, you know. Oh, yeah. But my option, go resign. But I tell you, Brenda, I tell you one thing. So I think I would be like somewhere else that I don't think so. You know. I'm not sure about that, but because I think because of the Angkok Silver can they did not want to give that to me, you know. Oh. You know, because you know, when you have a skill, a trait, yes. I was given 50 cents to have a pay raise, 50 cents. You talk about 50 cents here. And all these men were sitting in the meeting and they said, no, they can't give me that 50 cents. I'm not sure because I'm a woman or I'm not sure because of what, you know. But I tell you, there's so many things that suppress me, that really discourage me. But I'm so glad with that.
You came here.
Yeah. Instead. But, yes, but that determination is where I am today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Because I never give up on anything when it comes to leadership. Because I think Simon said, leader, either you're born with it or you're not, you know?
That's right.
Simple like that, you know?
Yes, simple.
Either you're born as a leader or you're not. Okay? Right. So if you know you're not a leader, go do something else. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, that's what I'm saying. Humility and humble enough to go do something else. Because I think you know, if you know you're not a leader, go do something else. You know, I have got that in idea of my motufa okay, you know.
Yeah, motufa kanga okay.
Yes, okay, you know.
He o mai he eki ko to taha ke taki he fonua.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
O mai pe mohoni ma to he ma ke ma.
Yes. Ke ma
pe mohan ke ma.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
You know. But you know, okay, downfall is our tongue, when it comes to leader. I tell you that. Okay. I go experience my police to my surrounding go. When I'm invited to somewhere, and I'm always like to be the behind the scene person. Okay. If I'm asked to do something, I can do it with the best of my knowledge, with everything I can do. But sometimes I'm invited to some stuff. I felt like someplace, I felt like I don't belong in there. Eh? No, seriously, I'm going out there.
I believe you. Yeah.
When you come in there to your vibration and your higher, your higher vibration, you come into some people, I can connect to a current here. Kaya hinga dala tu kita ya mo okay ka hinga ka de sio la lo me
atataina
yes with the mindset ka this you either go down to their level or you go up, they come up to you, but it's always better to stay where you are and let these people bring their level up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the same time, every time I'm invited to something like that, I know the area, and I can't say a name. I always get step on my foot, you know, because, you know, someone always come and take over and take credit for work that I do. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm always the one. But downfall or leadership or tonga, ko ego, eh? Kita.
Yes,
Eh?
yes. O
But
tonu ia ke kako.
Koya. Kako mega ko de ta ilo kita, pe hua lewa ta fa papa ta hua umeke. But the other the humble and you have humility. The ilo lewa to tuunga, but they not forget how to tuunga, you know? Because people will recognize you. Eh? But that's the downside. They don't know anything, they can't do anything, and they just want to be like the one who eat front. I love it.
Eat front.
They will, you know, kaimua and everything, but then, you know, and that's why I said, you know what, I better just go to a different place where I can be there, and you know what I'm saying? But you have to know yourself, and don't, you know, for me, all the hang I get or just detach yourself from that environment, you know.
Iyo. Kage lai lini. He kai peke te lava ki ta ia o tala atu ki hatonga. He ko ngai kai ki te ilo any reaction positive and negative.
The negative.
But you know what I learned from them, because I have a psych background in me, I could pretty much tell hataha oku pehe. So oku sayang ipe te whakalongolongo pe kita ia.
Yes.
And you stand tall when you stand.
Right.
Oku ikai pe ke tonu ke te involve kita ia conversation with otaha, it'll make them feel so stupid.
Exactly.
You know, it will make them feel so left out too. Hey? E kono uhinga mantu ko attention mau pe a kakai e focus mai kia kita, because you are there.
Right.
You had accepted their invitation. Kau kai ko arat au ke entertain it o taha koe o kai ke roto ke asia tu. You know. Ko mantu e nau au ke ki putu na e whakahoko i Frisco. Pe taro karato o ta utu. Te tu rewa hoku sister-in-law introduce out publicly if mea kona mai. So I didn't appreciate that tono for I no tamai fia pito that my sister-in-law made it. Pe whika ne ke tu. Pa kok for I tu upe o hangaton ke microphone. O pehankok sister-in-law, can I say something before I tu uhe? Manti o ko tu a hanki mo he kai ki hanga ki mu ke fuka kai tola. You know. Ka ko alko hanga mi mo ba famole more fratulo mai kana to o famole more o fratulo ko ki me ia ko ni ma ka ki me pe o sister in law ko loto ke intro wow ke mo o si me ai mai pe motor ki fin mo tu a ko ni ko ta fa e mo tamai pe mo reason ko ia he putu o dang mo famole more pe manes fear big we had new lot of get to publicly introduced me, and I feel very uncomfortable right now. If ko me go to I go go va pe na to ri talang ko ngoi uncomfortable pagele o sang me how na piso pe o fagale mai. But and I love it. I love the fact that if you are not comfortable, say something. You know what I mean? You need to say something.
That's so true.
O te tu o ngari bari. Eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad of that no have, but then I kamata tako o si one. But if you want to still continue, we can continue. If not, we're just gonna end right here. But I think of my and I cannot wait for Saturday. Get join all here Talanoa candidate hopefully they all gonna show up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because of Pauinga,
Go Amelia, is
I
she
think
gonna
she's gonna be
confirm
hosting
it
that
back
one.
to us, eh?
I'm gonna post in the Facebook, and I already shared that in the about news. But
Okay.
I think it's a public invitation that she put over there. So,
Yeah.
but the timing I have to confirm because it must be the time of EI. Have we
Outside I'll be to pay yeah going con mea pea tau whai to kon be kana to pe mo kalo to lahi kina to kaku I think kai ki to tonu ke ta to teu ko me ne ko ta tala no ke day in day out over and over. Yeah.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Ko cohesiveness pe to tanak lele.
Oh, yeah, I know. Of more, yeah, Peter, you know.
Yeah. Kai malo Emeline ngawe o falahiat ka ko ta ngata ai pehe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good night.
Malo mo mea mai mo mea Paulia.